Name and got 3 minutes, please.
Mayor, council ladies, my name is Jody Kincaid, and the subject that I wanted to address today was the issue of property crime in Las Cruces, which has been rising lately, as you all well know. It's been on the forefront. But one of the other sad side effects of that is that business owners are apparently being told that if the property damage from vandalism, breaking and entering, that sort of stuff, doesn't meet a certain financial criteria, and I believe it's around $1,000, that nothing can be done about it. It's not a crime worth going after. So I wanted to review a few statements basically from our founding fathers about the rights of property. John Locke, who at the time of the American Revolution was a political philosopher in England, said that for the preservation of property being the end of government, and that for men to enter into society, the government cannot take from any man any part of his property without his own consent. If you do not stand behind enforcing the laws, that is being violated. John Adams said, property must be secured or liberty cannot exist. James Madison said, government is instituted to protect property of every sort, and nor is property, this being the end of government, that alone is not a just government, nor is property secure under it where the property which a man has in his personal safety and personal liberty is violated by arbitrary seizures of one class of citizens. If we do not enforce our laws, we are letting a class of citizens violate that right. In 1795, the Supreme Court said the preservation of property then is a primary object of the social compact. It is contrary to the letter and spirit of the Constitution to violate that. And last but not least, I wanted to quote George Sutherland, who was a U.S. Supreme Court member, as he was talking to the New York State Bar. It is not the right of property which is protected, but the right to property. Property per se has no rights, but the individual, the man, has three great rights, equally sacred from arbitrary interference: the right to his life, the right to his liberty, and the right to his property. To give him his liberty, but to take his property away from him, which is the fruit and badge of his liberty, is to leave him a slave. I would say to you that it is a crime by omission on the City Council's part to allow a situation to arise where the police cannot enforce laws and where the judiciary in this area will not stand behind the citizens. It is up to you all to protect your citizens, protect your constituents, and I implore you to do your job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Kincaid? Mr. Kincaid? Mr. Kincaid? I do have one quick question. When you said that you were told, can you share with us where you heard that
I believe actually you will hear from that lady right back there on a situation that specifically occurred to that. And I am getting reports from people, Juan Garcia, whom you all are aware of, and I believe he's going to speak later, that this has happened repeatedly, that people were told that if it was just a window, it wasn't worth reporting and nothing would be done about it, that they would have to deal with their insurance company and the city would not stand behind them.
The reason why I asked is, and I'm sure you know that the damage threshold is that anything over $1,000 is a felony. And so, I mean, I think nowadays, gosh, a couple windows is an easy $1,000. So exactly. I just want to encourage and suggest to continue for those that experience this type of damage to please at least note it, call it in, do whatever is needed. You know, a few months ago, and I appreciate the patience of the public, the LCPD was down 20 some odd officers, but I think with this recent graduation, thanks to retired Chief Miguel Dominguez, the city police department is almost at full strength. So I think that's something there that probably EFO will at least obviously take in consideration with interim chief Story.
I mean, I as a citizen I look to the city council to take charge and to stand up, and if they say we can't do it because of something that was passed in Santa Fe, stand up to Santa Fe, say this needs to be changed because our people are suffering because of laws that don't protect the people. So
Yes, sir.
thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I would like to know who specifically they heard
And
that from.
I think he
What was
said
that?
someone's going to come here in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
And then also just wanted to note, Mayor, that, my apologies for interrupting during comment, that a couple of those founding fathers you mentioned were also, they also enslaved people, human bodies.
So-
Just wanted to know.
I mean, historically, that has nothing to do with that, Ms. Bencomo. You're out of line to even suggest that.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Kincaid, thank you very much. Okay, so that was fourth row, fifth row. Anyone else on the fifth row?